Come on in, come on in. And call in number 706-324.
died just as we died. See how we have grown, who didn't know the Aryan horn was made of glass, that we were dealing with a child warrior painting pictures on Sudiana's helmet. See how we have grown, who didn't know our own fragile entrails were overcooked chitlins, till you showed us men were not flesh, but light, born of Allah's morning. And on the morning of the great feast, on the singing hills where you walked and left this tomb, we will be free. One day our people will be free. Free as the bars unharnessed from the American dollar bill and mounted on this hill. I will tell them, and the legends will grow like the shoots around the cotton tree. They will grow in these words, that you are a hewer of stone, a welder of nations, a maker of men, a master of self, a man with the spirit of the sun. That you are our teacher, our leader, our prince, and we will love you always.
All right.
I will tell my children these things, and they will listen. Malcolm.
He only has a place to thrive where masculinity is present to protect it. I cannot be this soft, feminine, delicate flower if somebody is going to come along and snatch me up. So then what happens? I grow thorns, I get hard, I grow branches, I turn into a tree because there was no one there to protect me, right? You will see a lot more feminine, soft, submissive women if men reclaim their masculinity. And it was a topic that people were saying, oh, toxic masculinity, 19 Keys, actually. He said, toxic masculinity is not the problem. It's the lack of masculinity. There's so much lack of masculinity and that protective and support for women. So femininity and masculinity have to exist. It has to both exist. So what do? We adapt our masculinity and then we overdo it because things are now out of balance. The only way to get things back into balance and for women to be women again is for the men to be men, because we are not safe enough to submit first. Because if we submit first and we get gentle first and we say, okay, we're going to be submissive and gentle so men can pick us, then we get trampled. It's not safe out here. I don't know if you're paying attention, but getting hit in the face with skateboards just for not giving out their phone numbers outside. We're getting followed home just for saying I got a boyfriend outside. So the only femininity only has a place to thrive where masculinity is present to protect it.
Women don't accept the reality that men take respect over love. Absolutely. Any day. Mm-hmm. Any day, every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Respect me before you love me. And then women position themselves where it's like, well, I'll take safety over love.
Damn. Safety, huh?
So as long as I feel safe with you, I don't have to be in love with you. Because I'll marry the man that I respect before I marry the man that I'm in love with.
You know what? Ooh, when you say that out loud,
she ain't lie.
That makes some sense.
Yeah, no, she didn't lie.
I have no rebuttals.
Because even the safety, immediately when you said safety, I'm like, no. In my head, I'm like, no, they want to marry somebody that's financially keeping them safe.
Mm-hmm. And it's so many different protect. It's so many different layers of safety.
But mine,
emotional,
keeping them safe.
But I don't have to be in love with my husband because I'm not going to always.
You're not going to always.
No. Yeah. But if I'm safe, I'm going. I'm right here.
Once you realize that you've got to reach this divine state inside you, and once you reach that, they call it in Sanskrit, the siddhi. You have to reach this divine state, right? Where you are existing, right? By creating your outcome in your mind first. First in your mind, then feel it like it's already happened.
Right.
Feel like you are creating heaven on earth. Feel your body healing. Feel your organs regenerating.
Right.
I've had people who have healed just from thought. Once you realize that you've got to reach this divine state inside you, and once you reach that, they call it in Sanskrit, the siddhi. You have to reach this divine state, right? Where you are existing, right? By creating your outcome in your mind first. First in your mind, then feel it like it's already happened.
Right.
Feel like you are creating heaven on earth. Feel your body healing. Feel your organs regenerating.
Right.
I've had people who have healed just from thought. Once you realize that you've got to reach this divine state inside you, and once you reach that, they call it in Sanskrit, the siddhi.
I don't have trust issues. I have a brain that learns patterns. And right now, you showing me patterns. Now my antenna's up and you don't like it. I don't like it either. I was green as a golf course behind you. And you showed me red flags. So take it how you want. I'm not trying to avoid being hurt. I'm trying to avoid looking stupid. Because I know better. I don't have trust issues. I have a brain that learns patterns. And right now, you showing me patterns. Now my antenna's up and you don't like it. I don't like it either. I was green as a golf course behind you. And you showed me red flags. So take it how you want. I'm not trying to avoid being hurt. I'm trying to avoid looking stupid. Because I know better.
When God gives you a gift, you have to work with it. If you don't work with it, you're going to stay down all the time. You're going to be on the worried all the time. Or stay sick or something. When you do the Lord's work that He wants you to do, you're all right. I stopped for a couple of weeks, but I stayed sick. The minute I picked it up again, I got better. Because our bone to treat. When God gives you a gift, you have to work with it. If you don't work with it, you're going to stay down all the time.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening to the village. Again, it's Julian back again with yet another installment of Visions Now. We do have again, like always, we have another treat for y'all this evening. And again, just want to congratulate everybody for making it through the week. It's been a rough one, but we all made it. And so that's something to celebrate. As usual, want to start off with some announcements. Again, just want to let everybody know that there is a youth mental health first aid happening Wednesday, May the 29th. Again, this is a youth mental health first aid happening Wednesday, May the 29th. The training is provided by Georgia State University, and the training is for adults 18 and up. And they're going to be working with youth aged 12 to 18. They're going to learn how to support adolescents facing mental health or addiction challenges in crisis situations. The location will be at Synova's room at the Columbus Public Library. That's 3000 Macon Road, the zip code 31906. Again, that is 3000 Macon Road, 31906. If you need any more information about the training, please contact 706-321-6118. Again, that phone number is 706-321-6118. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Also, you can give them our number as well, because we are at New Era Coalition. We are supporting this event, and we want to make sure that actually we're hoping that all churches, all faith-based institutes, we have at least one person to attend this. We're talking about mental health for our children. Okay, at least one person. I mean, we've got all these people in our congregation. Can one person come to learn how to deal with mental health issue, but for children between what ages?
ages 12
12
to 18.
to 18. Listen, go to your pastor. Tell him to send somebody. You be the person. Okay? So I'm just trying to say, listen, people, join the New Era Coalition. We're going to support you. But you got to learn these things. As a parent, as a neighbor, as a grandparent, as a friend, just as a mentor. And anyone that wants to become a mentor, give us a call at 706-221-4830. And we'd like to thank those people who called last time that we're looking forward to meeting with you all. A call for your appointment to 706-221-4830 so we can do the interview with you and identify what type of young people you would like to work with as a part of New Era Columbus, Georgia Coalition. And we're so very excited again. So and by the way, you'd like for us to come out. And by the way, let me say this. Coming soon, if anyone listening now knows somebody that lives in the Folly Home, if anybody listening now knows someone that lives in the Folly Home, give them our number, 706-221-4830. If they live in the Folly Home, we got something special coming for the Folly Home. We want you to be a part of it. Okay? So if you live in the Folly Home, you know somebody living in the Folly Home, call them and say, give Dr. Hood a call because he wants to help your children. He wants to help them make sure that they don't drop out of school. You want to make sure if they have some behavior problems. You want to make sure that if they need a job, they need some guidance on what they need to do with their future. Call New Era Coalition, Project Rebound Inc., 706-221-4830. Give us a call. And if you live in Folly Homes, and right now, and of course also if you live in the East Carver Heights area, around the old Project Rebound area, East Carver Heights. Okay, you go to Boxwood Rec Center. You know about it in that area. Tell them to give us a call, 706-221-4830. These are areas that we're going to be coming in real soon, okay? Folly Homes, Boxwood, Rec Center area, East Carver Heights. Give us a call, 706-221-4830. We coming. Help us here. But again, you got to help us help you. That's what it's all. You got to help us help you. So this is Dr. Jalen Hood. I'd like to welcome you all to another session of Visions Now, your supper club. And we got a new segment. And you got to remind us, Julian, that the segment is that, what's the problem? What's the problem? We call it what's the problem segment. So if anybody got a problem, I don't care what the problem is. If the problem is getting an airline flight, you tell her what the problem is, we're going to try to find a solution for you.
Yes, sir.
That's right. What the problem? What is the problem?
I like that.
Yeah. Okay, that's what it's all about. This is your one-stop shop. We here to help us help you. Now listen, if you don't, just like those young people, those people who I heard the other day had a murder-suicide. Somebody knew them. Somebody knew they were having some problems. Do you feel me? I mean, I can't believe they got that far down a relationship, that rabbit hole of a relationship, where they decided they want to murder and kids commit suicide, and nobody knew? No. Somebody knew. Absolutely. Call us. What's the problem? Let us know. What's the problem? Otherwise, you're going to wait till they kill each other. Okay, you can do that too. Well, we're trying to say at least don't have that on your conscience. Then you want to cry at the funeral. Then you want to have a what you call it?
Candlelight vision.
Candlelight vision. And what you call it when you raise the money for the funeral?
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe. Listen, let's skip all of that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So again, we'll just letting you know that it's that time. It's that time. Now, also, just remember that this is the time for your children to read books. And if you need some books for your children to read or something, get them off the computer. Your children, you are creating a problem for your children if you don't get them off of that doggone computer. The computer is taking their mind away. They can't think. The computer doing the thinking for them. Look, they're supposed to do the thinking for the computer, not the other way around. So we're saying, hey, listen, but you gotta stop handing your child your phone to keep them quiet. No, give them a book to keep them quiet. They're like on drugs, almost like crack. They're throwing crying so they can get the phone.
Yeah,
I mean, they know what they're doing, man. And then they got these things on AI now where they can have Julian on there saying that you're gonna do something crazy. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And that
yes,
ain't
sir,
even you.
Yeah,
But it look
yeah.
like you, it sound like you. I mean, I'm trying. People
Out of control.
out of control. You're helping people eliminate you. So you better throw a complaint to your congressman. Tell them this. Now, that's what I don't understand, Julian, is this. Why isn't that against the law? Why isn't it against the law for somebody to put on Facebook? Like a lot of times these politicians saying that the other politicians said this, and I'm trying to say they should get locked up for that. That's impersonating.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to say, but there's no law against that. But yet it's still, I'm not gonna get into it. Yet it's still someone's gonna pay for jail if we ain't doing nothing. they targeted us, y'all. They targeted us. We try to save you, and they targeted us.
Yeah.
And the real criminals out here getting away with stuff.
The real criminals.
They getting away with it, man. Oh Lord have mercy. Man, so again, give us a call, 324-1420, 324-1420, 706. Give us a call. What's the problem? Now, if all y'all like that got all if you don't listen to God, He's sending you a solution. Somebody to help you figure out what your problem is. Okay. So again, I'm just saying that, like, give us a call, 706-324-1420. We're not gonna ask your name. Okay, you can disguise your voice. I mean, all of that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying that, all of that. But wait, also don't forget that you can catch us now also on YouTube. Tell them how they can reach us on YouTube. Watch the show live.
Y'all
on
can
YouTube.
watch the show on YouTube live on Ubuntu Micro Academy. You will see the page in the comments as well, but that is Ubuntu Micro Academy.
Now, do they have to do something or will it go right into the show? I'm not sure because I'm just on. So
yeah.
When they get there, I mean, do they have to? Will it automatically be showing us then?
Yeah, on the YouTube. Yeah, so yep.
Okay.
So if they went right now, they will see us right now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So remember, you go to Ubuntu Micro Academy. Now, is it case sensitive? Like, is it capitalized or it doesn't matter?
Yeah. So it won't matter because I think we're the only Ubuntu Micro Academy on YouTube. So I think we'll be.
Okay, we'll be okay. All
yes,
right,
sir. Yes, sir.
Just want to let y'all know. And of course, we like to also, congratulate the many young people who are graduating. We definitely want to let you know that. And we also want people to know, because I see a lot of people who have celebrating getting reelected, right? But let me tell you something. Because you got reelected don't mean you can't be recalled. So I want to let y'all know that we already got the application ready for you. So you go get back on there and act crazy again. Whoever's elected already, you go back in. If you ain't doing what I'm just trying to say that the people have spoken about what they consider to be important, and you better check with the people. You can listen to all these other people you want to that got you on the plantation. But we're trying to say to you that you better listen to the people who voted out here. And if you voted for somebody because you like them, and you voted just because you like them, even though they messing up our community, well, I'm trying to tell you, you are a traitor to your children. You're a traitor to your community. Listen, it could be my son, my daughter, my mama, my dad. If they not doing the right thing by the electorate, if they're not doing the right thing for people, if they're not listening to nobody, can nobody tell them nothing? My thing is that I already recalled them too. I learned that at Carver High School. One of my teachers said a long time ago, he said, I did what he said. I'm just telling you what he said. Mr. Walker said in one hour assembly, he said, look, if my mama or Jesus Christ was in my class and they didn't do their homework or they didn't come to class, I would flunk them. And that blew my mind. But I got his point. You know, yeah. Matter of fact, one time I had a family member that was in one of my classes, and they didn't do what they were supposed to do, and so they had to, and so I'm trying to say the same thing to people. If you listen, when you get in a program or anything else that you're supposed to meet certain standards, you go in there act a fool if you want to. But just like I tell people all the time, if you don't meet the standard, don't be mad at the teacher when they say, no, you got to take this class again. People flunk class off before you. What, did you have to take the class over again? Yeah, you got to take it again. So you were there for the whole time, weren't you? But you couldn't pass the test, right? Okay, you knew what you're supposed to do. So that's the one to let you know. That's how it is in this world, okay? And we're not playing with you because we're not let you go back out here doing things just cause all of a sudden now you got religion. You're gonna go back again since you didn't get it the first time. You're gonna get it again, okay? So that's what. I lost something here. Unless it's me. So therefore, I just want to let you know that we're here with you. We're here for you. We'll go the extra mile on your behalf. But don't play with us. Do not play with us. We're serious about this. We got to protect our community. Okay. So I'm gonna take a break now. Okay. All right then. Thank you for being with us. Vision Now 92.1. Smooth R&B. This is your Supper Club. Help us. Helped you.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go and pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-708-3092. 800-708-3092. That's 800-708-3092.
This Friday, Damn Skippy's coming to the barn at T-Bone Steakhouse and Grill. Plus, the T-Bone's menu is now better than ever. Steaks, pork, chicken, and seafood that will take you to another world of flavor. And every Tuesday at T-Bone's, it's now Endless Tacos Tuesday. Plus, kids eat free with the purchase of one adult meal. One child per adult purchase on Tuesdays. Also, it's bingo every Tuesday with lots of prizes. So join us for a huge party featuring Damn Skippy this Friday at the barn at T-Bone Steakhouse and Grill, Highway 80, Ladonia Square, Phoenix City.
Attorney advertised. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome, and each person's recovery depends on the facts and laws of each client's case.
Top Dog Law, how may I help you? Is this Top Dog? This is him. I'm glad I got you on the phone, sir. I got something for you that I don't even think you can handle. See, today I was in an accident. 2 broken ribs, broken shoulder, and a broken nose. And it wasn't my fault. I swear it wasn't my fault. Let me tell you how it happened. I was coming up to the light and the light was green. Went through the green light, somebody hit me from the side. When we got out the car, we realized the lights was broke, both lights was green. Who we suing? We suing the city? We suing the driver? Who we suing? This gotta be worth a lot of money. I want $1 million, maybe 2, maybe 3. Follow him on Instagram at Top Dog Law. It's TopDogLaw.com.
Buy in Alabama, you'll pay retail. Buy anywhere else in Georgia, you'll pay retail. But buy at Rivertown Ford in Columbus and never pay retail again. Get out there and take on adventure during Ford SUV season with complimentary maintenance of select new Ford SUVs for 2 years or 30,000 miles. Or buy new F-150s with 1.9% financing for 72 months. Plus, no payments for 90 days. And you always get our lowest price guaranteed. We'll meet or beat any price, or you get $3,000. This is Rivertown Ford in Columbus, where you never pay retail. New Ford SUVs, complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 30,000 miles. Or new F-150s, 1.9% financing for 72 months. Plus, no payments for 90 days at Rivertown Ford, where you all get more. The area's top volume Ford dealer and Chattahoochee's place to save. Plus tax, tag, title, Georgia London laws includes $9.99 dealer fee with approved credit. See dealer for details. Expires 5/31/24.
Get ready and don't miss the Memorial Day celebration at Beaches Sports Bar and Lounge, 12 Cottington Road in Pittsview. $10 until 11 p.m. Eastern gets you in the door on Saturday, May 25th at 8 p.m. And back for more, Twilight 357. It is the Memorial Day celebration at Beaches Sports Bar and Lounge, 12 Cottington Road, Pittsview, where there's always something going on. RSVP at 334-650-8557. And for more information, visit Beaches Sports Barlounge.org.
Tri-City, are you ready? Every Friday Freestyle Fridays presents Breezy Baby at Center Stage Bar and Lounge. Everybody free before 12 a.m. Drink specials include $75 towers and $3 margaritas. We're talking reggae versus R&B versus Afro beats versus old school versus Southern Soul. 6298 Veterans Parkway, Suite AE. Right here, Columbus. Every Friday, Freestyle Fridays presenting Breezy Baby at Center Stage. Another crazy weekend is ahead of us, Tri-City, because after Friday, Alvin D and KODB presents Social Saturdays Memorial Day Weekend, the all-white affair, May 25th, hosted by Jay Morgan with DJ Fresh and DJ Breezy Baby, live at Center Stage Bar and Lounge. Doors open up at 9 a.m., ladies free all night. We got $5 lemon drops, must be 21 to enter. No other establishment in the Tri-City has your Memorial Day weekend covered like Center Stage Bar and Lounge. 6298 Veterans Parkway, Suite AE, Columbus, Georgia. We'll see you on Freestyle Fridays and Social Saturdays for the all-white affair. Center Stage Bar and Lounge with 98 through the beat.
Woo, y'all watch this video. So, I want to make myself very clear today. It's on tape, and I want you to look me in my eye. I am not pastoring a church where the teenagers lay all over each other like a bunch of dogs in heat, fondling each other while I'm trying to preach the word of God in this pulpit. Your kid ain't doing it, and your kid ain't doing it. I have instructed my security staff to pick you up by the seat of the britches and throw your wicked tail out of here. What kind of girl would let a boy follow all over her in the house of God? If you're that wicked to do that in church, what the Sam hell are you doing when you're not in church? You're not going to play with your cell phone. You're not going to lollygag around. You're not going to talk. Hey, Justice. Hey, Justice, look up here. Hey, Justice. Hey, Justice, look up here while I'm preaching, son. Yeah, I'm preaching to all that crowd back there, and you included. You ought to have your eyes on your preacher while the man of God's preaching. You shouldn't be falling around. I ain't putting up with it now. I don't give a flip whose kid you are. And I'll tell you how you parents stop this nonsense. Make your kids sit in the pew with them, and when they act up, smack the living hell out of them. They'll stop this bunch of nonsense. Now, I'm telling you, I ain't putting up with it. I come here to go to church. I ain't a referee. I ain't fooling around with a bunch of people laughing and giggling where I spend 40 hours a week trying to prepare my preaching. And you parents sit there and act dumb and stupid and let your kids act like a bunch of idiots. I'm going to tell you why our kids are messed up. You're enabling them to mess up.
Woo. I seen this video. I know that y'all have a lot of thoughts about this. What is your thoughts? I'm going to say what people are going to be thinking, right? It's going to be number one group. Number one group is going to be like, he's mean. He's so mean. He shouldn't be talking to the congregation like that. And then we got the number two group would be like, that's what we need to hear in the churches. People need to be told off, you know. I'm going to tell you this. The Lord was giving me a word years ago, and he said, some people need tough love. I know that some people don't like it. Some people feel like, yeah, the person needs to be corrected nicely. Yes, some people do. Some people do need a loving correction, but also they need tough love. And if this tough love will hurt somebody's feelings to wake up, that's what God wants. I learned that years ago when me and my husband first started ministry. We was given this, this love of correction, which some people need. And then the Lord was saying, no, some people need that tough love. Because I don't know, it just whips them into shape, and we got different sets of kids in this world. Some kids can get a loving, calm correction, and some kids need a, hey, stop it, so we do need to remember that as humans, that it's different personalities in this world. Some people can take it in a smooth, loving way, and some people need that tough love. I remember it was a lady I met, and she just kept crying and crying every day. I was hearing this woman complaining. I did. She was complaining every day, and she just had so much fear in her about getting an apartment because she was living with her family members. And she was just like, I'm so tired of living with them. And I don't know what I can do. I don't know if I can afford my own apartment. I just been looking and I'm just so sick of living with my son, my son. And I said, listen, I just went off on her. I went off on her. I did, y'all. And I don't, nobody have to cuss nobody out. It was a powerful way to correct her. I'm telling you, I did that. And she looked at me crazy. And at this moment, I didn't even care. Didn't care. If she didn't like nothing I said, I was tired of this lady complaining for 2 weeks about this. So me going off on her in a way made her wake up. And I didn't know this until she came back up to me and she said, Monique, I just want you to know that I got the apartment. And she said, you made me wake up. She said, I needed to hear you go off on me. She said, because I had a whole bunch of fear and you woke me up. It's like deliverance came upon her really quick. And she just was like, she's right. So yeah, I always love telling that story. So yeah, everybody, I know that a lot of y'all probably not going to like what he did, but in this moment of our life, some people need that huge, tough love, whip them into shape, because first of all, kids shouldn't be doing nothing sexual in the church. It's totally disrespectful. So if you are allowing your kids to do this in church, let the pastor take care of it. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
So whenever you stand for something and you stand for goodness and truth, you will always get resistance. That's period. The only thing that I could do is serve others. You understand what I'm saying? And because there are people who have not reached that point in their walk, yes, there's a little anger, there's a little resentment because you raise a standard. So whenever you stand for something and you stand for goodness and truth, you will always get resistance.
Okay, you can give us a call at 706-324-1420. And any of that you heard, you want to you agree or you disagree with it, give us a call. I mean, we'll now that's some now everything we play, I don't agree with everything, I don't disagree with everything. But if you want to know what I agree with and I don't agree with, just give us a call and you tell me what you agree with and what you don't agree with. And that's how we need. These are all problems that we have in our communities. We have people who are trying to raise the standard, New Era Coalition trying to raise the standard. Some people got a problem with that. Some people want to make politics out of it. No, it's time for us to raise the standard about being a parent. It's time to raise the standard about being a woman. It's time to raise the standard about being a man. It's time to raise the standard about being a pastor. It's time to raise the standard about being a deacon. It's time to raise the standard for everything. We are too low on the totem pole of standards. We got to raise the standards, okay? And also we got to learn. And I get tired of having conversation with people who think they know what love is and are clueless. I mean, it's just a matter of what Dr. Hood, what makes you think. Well, it's like anything else. They say God is love, and so therefore, if you love God, then let me get back in there. If you love God, then you should know that you are here to bring love. So therefore, if you're not loving, okay, if you're not loving, and loving is unconditional. Either you love or you don't. Either you are love. See, some people love, but it's sometimes. Well, then some of us be love. So my thing is that I try to be love. Okay? I don't try to love sometime. I try to, so everything that I do, my standard on everything I say and do is that the intention is to express love. And when I'm expressing love, I'm expressing life and how a person can live a life that is fruitful and productive, that's helpful, that is not toxic, it is not greedy, it is not evil. In other words, those things like that are toxic. And just like for example, one of the pieces that one lady that in one of the videos that we shared, well, that she was saying that that when men show up, then the women will show up. And I'm trying to say that's the wrong answer.
Wrong answer.
I mean, I'm not going to wait until women show up before I be a man. I'm gonna be a man. If a woman don't show up, I'm still gonna be a man. So that's where the problem exists. I agree with you. We want to have the problem in the street right now. We see it right now, even with the New Era Coalition. Okay, there are more ladies doing work, really, in the New Era Coalition. Even though most of the pastors are male, but more females are doing the work. I'm just saying that. Look, but everybody think they're man, they're on the street. They do all this kind of stuff on Facebook and out in the street. But then when it comes time to build a man to provide protection, I agree with that. There are not enough men out here providing protection. And then what I find also is that the males, they got all kinds of excuses. We even got school to teach men how to be protective for their families, for their community, for their ladies, for their mothers, how to be protectors. They don't want to take the class. They don't want to take the class. They ain't doing it, but they don't want nobody to teach them.
Yeah,
and so you ladies gonna have to keep calling them out. I'm gonna call them out too, but I'm calling you ladies out also. But one of the things about it is that one of the best medicines for a toxic guy is for a loving woman, not a female. A female don't have the capacity to love. Yeah, I said it. Now, if you disagree with that, give me a call. We can talk about it. 706-324-1420. A female, okay, when you become a woman, now you have love, a need for love in you. Yeah, we all got that. But your ability to deliver love, you don't have the capacity to deliver it because you have not learned how to do it. You had to learn, listen, Julian, you had to learn how to potty train.
Yes, sir.
Listen, you had to learn how to potty train.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we think we just whatever we decide love is,
it's gonna be. Yeah.
No, whatever you decide you want to use the potty is not a good place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so we're trying to say is that this is the kind of thing that we need to understand. There are standards. Okay? To love means that you are giving life to something, not taking away life. That's the ultimate expression. That's how we got here. God is a creator. That's the ultimate thing that God does. God is God is a creator first. So therefore, when we have love, we are creating more love. God created us in love. And by the way, let me say that this is not a religious discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know there's some people out there. Wait, this is not a religious discussion. This is a life discussion.
I like that.
I mean, because people they're tripping. This is not that. This is above religion. This is beyond religion. This is about right and wrong. All rightness comes from love. Wrong, as it says, you know, I think they even said, the devil was a fallen angel.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, he was loved first, but he failed.
Yes, sir.
Peter was following Jesus, but then he failed. In other words, so Jesus was showing him how to love, but then he took his eye off of Jesus, off the Christ, really, not off of Jesus, but off the Christ.
Yes, sir.
He took his eyes off the Christ, and then he
went back in the water.
Started hating again.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're talking about. And again, y'all can sit back and you're too busy to call in. Okay, that's fine with me. But again, if you truly want to save your child, if you truly want to save your relationship, if you truly want a relationship, you better call in. Call in, at least make an appointment. You know, and let me say this for people who you know, I hear people many times, and people are funny. And God make it so you know things that people don't know you know. But my master teacher taught me this. His name was Dr. John Henry Clark, Columbus, Georgia. War renowned. He told me, he said, I only debate my equals. All others I teach. So people, don't get upset now. Don't, I'm not here to debate with nobody. Now, I will teach you. And somebody asked me, well, you got to learn too. I learn all the time. I'm learning now.
Yes, sir.
From this silence right now, I'm learning about our community, how dead we are. Someone's talking about raising our children, resurrecting our children into righteous human beings, and ain't nobody calling in, somebody sitting back and they got some kind of complaint.
Ain't gonna listen, but not.
I'm learning. So I'm learning all the time. So that's what I'm trying to tell you now. The problem is we don't want to learn. And that's why we have all the problems we do. And as long as we are doomed to go, now y'all doomed, like I say, y'all may take me with you, but I'm trying not to go to hell. Yeah. But y'all might create so much hell, I might not be able to, only heaven I might find is the heaven in my head.
Oh, yes,
you know what I'm saying? Because that was heaven, that where heaven started at.
Yes,
and that where hell started at too. So
that's
if you get your mind, didn't the brother just got to say that?
Yes, sir.
If you get your mind in heaven, then your body will follow.
I actually just read that in the Bible study.
That part.
Yes, sir.
That part. So I'm saying that's what time it is. And I don't know. I mean, I do know we are AI to death. We got artificial intelligence. So that means that artificial intelligence is dead intelligence. It's not alive. It don't have a soul.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? It don't have a conscience. AI don't have a conscience. So now you got all these conscienceless people. You see? Okay, let's go to a few more videos. Again, we're going to meditate for you. But again, we're playing these. Hopefully, spark something inside of you. Go right ahead. Now, 92.1 Smooth R&B. Your Supper Club. Help us help you.
A couple who had a son who say is about 5 or 6, and they just had a newborn baby. They just got home from the doctor from delivery, and so they put the newborn baby in its room, and the 6-year-old son is like, I want to spend time with my baby brother. I want to spend time with him, but by myself. And the parents are obviously skeptical because they just got home, and they're like, okay. They let the 6-year-old brother in the room with his newborn brother, and they crack the door and they listen to what he says. And the story goes that the 6-year-old says, quick, tell me who you are. Tell me where you came from. Tell me where we came from. I'm starting to forget. And it is an indication that we instinctively know who we are, where we came from, why we are here, what our purpose was. But as time goes on, we begin to forget. But the purpose in life in general is to remember, give ourselves permission to start remembering. And that happens as we get older. A couple.
Super unpopular opinion. But if I could share my food that I need to survive, my sustenance, why wouldn't I also be able to share my husband that she might need to survive, to sustain not only her life, but her kid's life? I mean, is that not the ultimate form of love? Super unpopular opinion. But if I could share my food that I need to survive, my sustenance, why wouldn't I also be able to share my husband that she might need to survive, to sustain not only her life, but her kid's life? I mean, is that not the ultimate form of love?
Let me just say that. Now, if your man went to sleeping in the bed, you know you're a devil. if that's what you heard, or she talking about, if that's what you heard, then you know your man is in hell. Okay, that's what I want to let you know. So you go to the next one. I just wanted to make sure people understood. I just wanted to give you a little test. This is a little test.
we've all seen a joke about podcast equipment being dropped off in the Black community the same way crack was in the 80s, right? Now, I know it's a joke, but hear me out. Why does it seem like society is hell-bent on keeping men and women separated from each other and at each other's necks? Because we all know that these relationship hypotheticals and stupid podcast questions are deteriorating and detrimental and dysfunctional to our society, right? But for some strange reason, we can't stop engaging. We can say that this content doesn't have an effect in the real world, but if that was the case, then why do these advertising companies spend millions of dollars to show us their product for 15 seconds? Doesn't matter how strong-minded you are influenced by what you see and what you hear. There are so many people that have been hurt, tried, and tested, and they say they'd rather do this alone because it's too hard to try to get it right with the opposite sex. I want to be clear that doing it alone is not working. In the United States, men unaliving themselves is at all-time high, and it's increasing the older men get, so it's detrimental for men. And women, we're seeing a rise in alcoholism, which is incredibly detrimental to our health because we have more body fat than men do. And if that wasn't enough, the children are suffering the consequences of not having the resources for what they need in life. Having single people in multiple different households instead of a family under one roof is a lot more lucrative and profitable for the powers that be. Children do better in school and are far less likely to go to prison when the father's in the household. There's a balance between the masculine and the feminine energy. Statistically speaking, we need each other. Like, not just saying that because it sounds nice, but it is the truth. We need each other. All I'm saying is be mindful of what you hear and see, and don't let it affect how you view things. Because there's still a lot of people in this world, myself included, that want something real with a real one. I know we've all seen a joke about
I just do not have any more space in my life for things that I have to question. I don't have any more space to question people's intentions, to question people's motives. I have now gotten to the place in my life where it is just this simple. How you show up is how you feel. And I'm going to use the language that you show me through your actions to determine exactly what you are, who you are, and how you feel about me.
Yeah, so again, you got a little time here, 706-324-1420. But if you want to call me after hours, then after show, it's 706-221-4830. But I'm trying to tell you that we got to come together to solve these problems. This is a meeting. I mean, we're discussing the issues of the day. And I don't know, I mean, and again, is that we can't answer a question that you don't ask. And again, we can only say silence is consent. So therefore, the idea is that do you want to join New Era Coalition and help us change the and when I say join, show up. That's what the join is. We're not asking for no dues. We just ask you to be willing to grow and change your mind and help somebody together. Because we can do more together than we do by ourselves. Okay, so that's all we're asking you to do is to become a part of the solution. Okay, as opposed to part of the problem. And we know you're not perfect. I mean, but more and more you do it, the more perfection that you will express, more perfect that you will become. That's what I look at. Now, either one of those, thus far, Julian, while we're talking here, anyone that kind of strike you, that stand out in your mind from those voices that we heard?
Yes, I like the one with the sister that just played the talking about the podcast. How it seems like everybody wants men and women at each other's necks. I picked up kind of on that sentiment as well. It's less about helping us figure out how to be better together.
And that's what we here to see. We going against the grain because we're saying, look, let us talk. We here to bring us together.
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, and we want people who also wanted to bring us together because we're destroying our children. They talk, lock up the children. They should be locking up the parents. The parents is the problem, just like the other people saying the parents. Just like the other pastor was saying, it's the parents. Your children wouldn't be this way. You are enablers
in the church.
It's just like a drug dealer, or you giving them money to go buy some more drugs. You giving it okay for your child to be that way. I mean, they come to church. They should be coming to church. Okay, someone got a call. When'd you get a call? Hold on, caller. There you go. Yes, caller. What's your vision? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir, Dr. Hebb.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
All right. What's on your mind today? What's your vision today?
Yes, sir. I'm just here with you again. I know I had talked to you before about some books, and I just agree with what you're saying. We need to do a better job as a community and stay in the strength of our unity instead of having people divide and conquer us. It's the same thing, as Dr. Ross slavery or other places where they the haves or have-nots. The have-nots don't see the strength that the haves have, and having their unity, pulling their resources together to build something for themselves.
Exactly.
And this thing with men and women is going to be not just black people, but everybody.
Oh, yes.
Everybody is being subject to this
no doubt about
media.
it.
Go ahead, sir.
No doubt about it.
Yes, sir. And I just concur and I agree. And I just, again, respect what you're doing from your master teachers. I know you talked about Dr. John Henry Clark and many other master teachers. So I just, again, applaud what you're doing.
Oh, I appreciate it. And by the way, your books have come in.
Yeah. Oh, they have?
Yes, sir. The books are in. So we got you, brother. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So just give us a call and we'll hook up, and so you can get your food for thought.
Oh, yes, sir. Absolutely.
That's right. So, and we appreciate you supporting the Euphoria Books and Wellness House. We appreciate it, and of course, if people don't know, we publish books, and we have a book museum, meaning that we have books, as you know, that we have books in there that people probably have never heard of before. And you can go to Barnes and Noble all you want to. You can go. You matter of fact, you can go to the library and many books that we got that you ain't gonna find in the public library. So, but again, those who concerned, those who really want to live, those who really want to love, then they're going to come and join the New Era Coalition. I mean, if you have an issue with relationships, we're there to support you. If you have anger issue, you got some personal issue, decision you can't quite, we're there to help you. That's what it's all about. If you got a drug problem, we got somebody to help you with that as well. So you got particular relationships. And we say, come to us before it gets to be to the police. Okay, you got a problem with your child. We have a mentoring program. We'll go into the YDC and work with your children. If your child is on probation, all that type of thing. By the way, if anybody that knows somebody that's in the Folly homes, okay, please give us a call, because we have some special things we want to do for people who live in the Folly homes in terms of helping out with their children and helping out with other problems that they might have. Okay, so I just want to let you know that, and appreciate you, brother, for riding with us, and of course pass the word, because that's what we're all about here. We're trying to. That's why we got a segment called "What's the Problem?" What is your problem? Whatever your concern is, bring it to us and let us come together. Let's see us put our minds together, and every time we put our minds together, we can come up with a solution. Okay. And so we'd like to thank you very much for calling in today.
Yes, sir. I got one more question, if you don't mind me asking.
No. Go right ahead.
Yes, sir. I know how you answered this before, but I'm just trying to understand again, at least do my part of helping this. I know some of it is finding the books, just, to get my mindset out of staying to myself a while now. Right. How would a young person, what would make a young person a good mentor? What would a mentor do to serve their mentee to have it be a good kind of relationship?
Well, one thing basically is just building, is what we call building trust. Because one of the problems that young people have is that they don't have anyone that they can go to without feeling like they're judging them or whatever. But the guy oftentimes says there's no such thing as a silly question. Okay? And meaning that there are no silly questions. If you genuinely want to know something, don't let nobody laugh or make you feel. No, if you genuinely want to know something, then you should ask. And so the first thing about a mentee is to be trustworthy, for the child to recognize that, look, you're going to be honest with them. You're going to be unconditionally in that corner, and you can be trustworthy. In other words, that they can your word is your bond. If you can't do something, you say I can't do it. If you can't do it, You're gonna say you can, and you're gonna do all you can to do it. In other words, that's the first step really for being a mentor. Okay, being that person can go to. Sometimes it just matters they need somebody to listen to, or somebody to listen to them. Okay, so that's the first step. Every adult has the capacity to be a mentor.
Absolutely, I agree. It just takes us all to get together and try to start. I appreciate it, Dr. Hill. That's all I really want to ask. But thank you.
Thank you. See you next week.
Yes, sir. See you next week.
Okay, peace. All right, appreciate that caller, and that's what it's all about. And we'd like to thank you for being with us tonight. And of course, remember, organize. Pamoja tushashinda urusasa watu wazuri. Pamoja tushashinda urusasa watu wazuri. Well, supper time is over for today. People without knowledge will suffer. We're going to close up the village. People without vision will perish. Invite your friends to join in our weekly meal, supper time. Let's build that spirit of Harambe. Organize. Help you. Help us, help you. Educate. Help us, help you. Pamoja, tutashinda, urusasa, watu wazuri. Peace. Soul. Love. With a little bit of power. Good night. Peace. Somo to be. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Free the land. Praise the Lord.